Have you ever imagined yourself living your entire life inside of a bubble? Because I know someone who lived exactly like that. This boy is David Vedder from the United States. He started living inside a plastic bubble in less than 20 seconds after his birth. For his entire life, he couldn't go out, play with other kids, or even touch anyone with his hands. His whole world was that bubble.
Since birth, David has never touched another human being.
There he had his toys, his food, his books, and absolutely anything that would enter his plastic world would have to go through a complex sterilizing process of even up to 7 days to be able to reach him. Meaning he only ate sterilized food from cans. What a life. In times when people complain about simply wearing masks, we can't help but ask, how did this little boy not go crazy living his whole life in a bubble? Well, for that you have to hear his one and only real-life story that will make you appreciate the simplest things in life. The moment David was born, he was under attack from everything that exists in the world. He had severe combined immunodeficiency, meaning his immune system was so weak that he could be killed just by breathing regular air, and endless quarantine was the only way he could survive.
There was never any plan to keep David in there indefinitely.
But despite such limited world, he tried having a regular life. Through rubber gloves attached to the plastic, he managed to play with his friends, he would talk with his parents, sleep next to his sister, and even study for school. He wasn't able to smell the fresh air or touch the people he loved with his bare hands, but at least he could talk and spend time with them. That was until the age of 6, when NASA designed a special suit for him. For the first time in his life, he was able to hug his mom, play catch with his sister, and enjoy life at least a little bit like other kids in the outside world. Still though, the suit wasn't functional enough and he spent most of his time inside home. The crazy bubble quarantine lasted all the way until the age of 12, when finally he could leave his bubble. Unfortunately, it wasn't for good reasons. When he finally got a bone marrow transplant, things didn't go as planned, and 4 months after that, he died, not being able to survive outside. It is a very sad story, but David's death gave many other children life, because his blood allowed researchers to find a therapy that helps kids with his condition to live a normal life. His journey also inspired a US law that requires baby to be tested so they can be cured immediately. And as I think about his whole life story, I see an important lesson there for all of us. Because too often do we take our everyday world for granted. The beauty of our morning walks, the warm hug of our loved ones, even the air we breathe in so easily. And in all those moments, may the story of David remind us that too often do we live our lives inside a fictional bubble, forgetting about the beautiful world outside.